We have just entered 2026, and although it would be customary for me to say Happy New Year, I'm not going to do that today. Because if I did, that would make me a liar. I know that sounds crazy, but stick with me for a while. Because tell this to me honestly, how many years has it already been that you're saying Happy New Year to everybody else? You're saying Happy New Year to yourself. You see that 12 a.m. on the clock, you celebrate, you jump with joy. But then things are just the same. The number on the calendar has changed, but what about your life? The number on the screens and all the people, the things they say, all of that has changed. But have you become that new version of yourself? The answer most of the times is not, because all of us are stuck in different kinds of cycles. We are stuck in problems, we are stuck in emotions, and because of that, saying Happy New Year doesn't really make any sense, because it's not a new year. It's just a repeat of the years that have gone past. So if you truly want to make 2026 a new year for you, you don't have to chase goals, you don't have to make resolutions. Instead, you have to focus on becoming the best version of you, on becoming your best. And that's exactly what I want to help you create today. Behind me, you can see almost all of the books that I've read, that I've gone through, that I've studied. And although it looks like an impressive number, it's about, I think, 400 plus now on the shelf, I want to share an honest truth with you. Because for a lot of people, reading more books is one of the goals they have for a new year. But the truth is this: for the longest time, I read most of the books, I read most of the knowledge out there, I read almost everything that self-help had to say, but I was still feeling stuck in my life. I knew what to do to manage my time, but I just wasn't doing it. I knew that I had to prioritize the things that mattered to me, but I was not doing it. I knew for a fact that if I wanted to grow in my career, there were certain habits I would have to change, certain actions I would have to take, but I was not doing any of that. And the reason was a shocker to me too. Do you want to know what it was? Because if you're like me, if you're like anybody else on this planet, the truth is that you are probably struggling with the same. You are probably going through the same doubts. And if you don't change that today, well, you could read one book a day. You could read one book a week. You could spend the entire 2026 just gathering knowledge. And still, on December 31st, you'd be the same person. You'd be going through the same problems. And instead of happiness and success, you would be dealing with guilt and regret. My question is simple. What do you want? Do you want that happiness and success you're aiming for? Or do you want to roil away in guilt and in regret and then say, oh no, you know what? 2027 is going to be the year for me. Well, we all know how that story goes. Until and unless you don't change, no year, no book, nothing is going to change your life. And that's why I'm not starting the new year by talking to you about how to build confidence or how to achieve your goals. All of that honestly is surface level. Anybody can tell you that, Google can tell you that, now even AI can tell you that. You don't need somebody to do that for you. The thing is, you already know too much. You know what to do, you're just not doing it. You know what's important, you're not able to take action on it. You know who you want to become. You have this vague idea of it, but you don't have clarity on it. And that's exactly what you need to get clarity on in 2026. Because if you know who you are, well then everything else becomes easy. And the reason I transformed my life was not by following 3 hacks for confidence. The reason I transformed my life was because I figured out one simple truth. What do I love to do? What makes my heart glow up with joy? And who does that make me? By answering these 3 questions, I found out that my real passion was actually helping people get the best out of their lives, was to help people figure out what they can do to live a meaningful, fulfilling life. This video is a way for me to fulfill that purpose. So this might be a big shocker for you, but the truth is this. Even though you're watching this video and you're thinking, oh wow, he's serving us so much, the truth is yes, I am serving you. But even more than that, I'm just fulfilling what my heart wants. And that's why even though my voice is not the best as it is usually, I have a sore throat, I didn't say, you know what? I don't want to make a video. My voice won't sound perfect. I didn't do any of that. I just wanted to get this message across to you this Saturday so that you can take the action to build the best life for you. And that begins by answering this one question. Who do I want to be? Not what you want to do, not what you want to have, not all the glory and success and the confidence and forget all of that stuff. All I want you to think of is, who do I want to become? And let your mind fly high. Let your mind come up with identities. Let your imagination run like a wild horse that's set free. I know it sounds crazy for you right now, but if you choose to believe in who you want to be, that's the most fundamental step that's going to take you to clarity. That's going to take you to success. That's going to take you to the 2026 that you have envisioned. Because once you know that, we can work on helping you become courageously and authentically you. We can build that skill. We can build the skill of knowing how to communicate with people, how to persuade, how to influence, and how to grow in your career or your relationships or your finances. We can talk about how to build confidence that comes from within. We don't have to look for a hack. You don't have to think, which technique do I apply while talking to this person? But instead of that, you just look them in the eye, you smile, you are present to them, and you listen to them like nobody has ever listened to them before, and you create an impression that will last a lifetime with them. All of these are skills that can be built. All of these are skills that I have built over time in coaching hundreds of people, in writing millions of words, in putting in the work. But the reason I was able to put in the work was because I first took the time to decide, who do I want to be? That's the most important question. So today I want you to take the time. Before you go crazy on your goals, you can do that if you want. But the thing is this, if you don't have an identity sorted, if you don't have this clarity, you won't succeed. So can you just take a few minutes today to write this on a piece of paper? Who do I want to be? Write down the emotions you want to experience. Write down the kind of life you would like to have. And then ask yourself, what can I do to just start living like this? You don't need complicated steps. You don't need complicated routines. You just need to start being you and start being the version of you that succeeds. And that's the message I want you to have as you step into 2026 and start to make it your year. That's how you'll build consistency. That's how this will truly be a happy new year where you are happy, you are new, and the year is also happy and new. So can you promise that to me? Can you promise that you'll just take a few minutes to do it and then share it in the comments how the experience was for you and who are you aiming to be in 2026? I'd love to read your insights. I'd love to read the way you are thinking about it. And I promise you, I'm here to support you throughout this year. Every day through my shorts, every week through my videos, we're going to build all the fundamental skills, not just surface level technical self-help advice. We're not going to go there. We're going to go deep. We're going to get real, and we're going to help you ensure that in 2026, you are living your best life. I am committed to help you succeed. I'm committed to help you get to your goals. Why? Because that is something I absolutely love to do. My only question is, can you commit to do that for yourself by taking this first step and defining your identity? Because once you do, I'm telling you, you are going to love your life this year. So take that step, share it with me, and share this video with that one friend of yours who's always making New Year resolutions but never acting on them. Because of you, their life could completely change for the better. So send this video to them and subscribe to the channel so that throughout this year, I'm there to help you grow and you are there to keep learning and to keep succeeding and to keep becoming your best in 2026. Let's go. We have exciting times coming up ahead.